Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Working Trader, where we look at the Euro USD and GBPUSD and come up with trade ideas for the day, if there are any. So, looking at Forex Factory, today is Wednesday. So we see we do not have any high impact news for today. So let's go straight to the charts. So from the daily, what we see is for the Euro USD, the daily swing is bearish. We've had a break of structure. We've started in an internal pullback. It could come up to the extreme, okay, before continuing to the downside. That'll be the big objective, and then internally it could still continue bearish to mitigate maybe this demand supply sell to buy range, okay, and then continue bullishly to mitigate the extreme. Okay, so those are possibilities. Okay, and then for the pound, we do have a break of structure to the upside. We have been in a pullback phase. We've mitigated this extreme range. We had a strong reaction. We broke structure internally, minor reaction, and now we continue to push up. So we might see price continue to push up to take out the week daily swing high. Okay, so looking at the 4 hour, just focusing on the current ranges. So I had an internal break of structure. So let's do on the Euro USD. So we had an internal break of structure. Okay. This was our internal break of structure. This is our current internal range. Price has been pulling back. We have prices swept this area of liquidity, and then we've seen a reaction, and it has pulled back, and then now failed to make a lower low. Okay, so this could be a weak area. Okay, so failed to make a lower low, which makes this a weak area, and price likely to breach this area and go on to make a higher high. Okay, so this is no longer relevant. Okay, and this is what we have. So we have taken this liquidity down here. Okay, and then that was the catalyst to push price to the upside, to have this sub-internal, okay, break of structure. So looking at the 15-minute, this was our last swing break of structure, and this is our swing range, and then we've had this pullback. Okay, so that means direction is bullish. We've come back, mitigated this extreme, okay, this area, this POI. We had a sweep, right, and then mitigated this area of demand, or this POI, and then price has since continued bullishly. So yesterday was a very strong bullish day. Okay, so what do we now expect? Okay, swing range is bullish. Okay, swing range is bullish for the M15. Internal has also shifted bullish now. Okay, it's also shifted bullish. So expectation now is that price will continue bullish until at least it takes out this weak 15-minute swing high. So I'm going to mark out this area, 15-minute swing week. Okay. So internally we've had breaks of structure right there. And another one. And another one. And then now shifted bullish. So now we have our internal and our swing aligned. So both of them, they are now bullish. Okay. So now we could say the objective, okay, the pullback, which was the objective, is now complete, and now price could be ready to go on to attack this week high. So we do have this Asia high liquidity to target. And then a higher high is not supply, so we expect that to fail. So within this range, okay, within this range, what POIs could be there. So of course we do have this London low and almost Asia low. So that could be liquidity, or that could be the fuel for price to take out and then continue bullishly. Okay. However, whether price will do that to come back from where it is, okay, so what we have seen is, so at the moment price has already taken this highs. Price has already taken this highs, and then so we might wait and see if during key time window price comes up, okay, sweeps this, and then we may have a reaction, okay, to some of these areas. We do have a trend line there, so price could simply come down, sweep this area, and then continue bullishly. Okay. So it could start by going up, sweeping those areas, coming back down. Okay. Or it could simply continue, all right, sweep these areas and then continue the trend going up. Okay. So these are the ideas and possibilities of what I see price doing. So that's what I'll be looking at today. So let's look at the British pound. Let's go on the 4-hour. So looking at the 4-hour, this is our range. We broke structure internally, and then we had a pullback. Didn't quite reach this extreme, but we do have this sell to buy range, and price has mitigated that. So now price could well be on its way to take out that week high. Okay. So on the 15-minute, okay, so the expectation is price could now be going to take out this week. Week high. So that's a swing. Okay, this is our swing strong. Boom, that's our range, 15-minute range. Okay, which is aligning with the internal structure on the 4-hour. Okay, so price came in, mitigated the decision now, and price is pushed up. Okay, so our internal structure. So we now have boom, boom, boom. Okay, so internal shifted bullish. This is our current range, current internal range. Alright, so let me remove that. And then this was our last internal break, and then so okay, we had a break of structure right there that did not respect. So 15 internal break, okay, and then this one at the top, internal break. So this is our current range. So now we have our 15-minute swing and our internal both aligned. So expectation now is that price will continue until it takes out the week swing high. So all of these areas will be reaction points. Okay, we expect them to be reaction points. Okay, for price to come in, mitigate these areas, and then continue again. Maybe sweep that, have a reaction, and then continue again. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at. Okay, so this is the range. And that is the range. Now whether price will come back down all the way from where it is, I do not know, and that remains to be seen. So this is what we have. We've had a sweep here, and then we had a convincing push up. Okay, price breaking structure. Okay, so price could as well just come in and mitigate this area. Okay, before continuing to the upside. So price could simply come in and then continue. Sweep those areas on the left. Okay, these ones. Have a reaction and then continue again. Okay, or it could start by sweeping those areas and then coming back down and then continuing up. Okay, so those are my trade ideas really. This is what I'll be looking at today. So we do have these areas of liquidity. Okay, so that is a lot of liquidity resting here. Then we have Asia high. Okay, so that's liquidity to target. So whether price starts by taking that out is what remains to be seen, or price will simply come in lower. Okay, and then either mitigate this area or sweep this area and then continues bullishly. Okay, so yeah, so those are my trade ideas. So we could see price either continue, take out this and then come down, or price starts by coming down, mitigates this area, okay, or takes out this area and then continues to the upside. Okay, if it doesn't reach this extreme. Okay, so those are trade ideas for today for both the euro and the pound. So if you find value in this material, please do not forget to like and to subscribe and to leave a comment letting me know how you are using this material for your own trading and for your benefit, and it also keeps me going. Okay, so other than that, have a great day, and Working Trader out.